I have been covering Wizard 101 console news since the day it was announced. I made this video on August 29th, 2024. Pretty much exactly a year ago. Like a year and 1 day ago, I made this video. This is when Wizard 101 announced console with a trailer. Everyone was super excited. By this trailer, I was even really confident that they were coming out with this actually soon, because I put confirmed this year in that thumbnail, because I was like, you know what, they're definitely going to launch this over the holiday. That's why they're announcing it in August. They're going to get ready and then announce it for like a big, kind of Christmas holiday release, when a lot of players will, either be getting a new console or be excited, and their parents will be able to buy them something for Christmas, and they might ask for Wizard 101 on console. I actually want to go in and watch this trailer again, because the hype was pretty crazy, and the way that they made this trailer made it seem like it was coming out really soon, like this year, like when they announced it in 2024. So let's go ahead and watch this again. I don't know. It's just the way that they had the comments where everyone was asking for Wiz on console, and then they made it seem like, okay, we're delivering that to you guys. Here you go. Like, here you go. We're finally giving this to you guys, what everyone's been asking for. Wizard 101 is coming on console. And I don't know, was I wrong to think that this would come out way sooner than 1 year later? I mean, it's not even out yet, so I can't even say it took a year. It's going to take longer than a year for this to come out. So that was the trailer from a year ago, and then this is kind of their phased approach to how they're doing this on Xbox Game Preview, and they're in phase 3 of 4. Do we know how long phase 3 is going to take? No, I have no idea, but this is the current phase, and they have free membership going on right now. So they're saying they want to test everything to make sure that the launch goes smoothly, but we'll see. I don't know. It has been a long process. And by the way, this is only Wizard 101 on Xbox. I don't think they're going to do any type of game preview or beta for PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. I'm going to be playing it on Nintendo Switch. That's the only console, like modern game console, that I have these days. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I definitely don't have Xbox. I only had an Xbox back when I was like in grade school. I had an Xbox 360 that I would play Call of Duty on. That was the only Xbox I ever really had. But I did have a lot of PlayStations. I had a PS1. So I really do like PlayStations, but I never ended up getting a PS5 because all the games I wanted to play eventually were ported to PC, and I just play everything on PC now. But I get why they want to expand into console. It is a great market opportunity for them. There is a wide audience that would play this game. My only concern is, once these players, who majority are going to be kids. I mean, yes, there's going to be adults that play this on console, but I feel like they're trying to expand into, the kid audience again, because they kind of went away from that. This game is old, so all the kids that originally played this game are now adults. That doesn't mean that kids still wouldn't play this game, and I feel like they want that. But the kid audience, there's a butterfly flying directly on the screen, but the kid audience is on tablets, on mobile, and on console. So I feel like their plan is to try to get that audience. We'll see. I'm just wondering if a kid, hits that paywall once they get to, Old Town and they go up to Cyclops Lane. Actually, is that still going to be the paywall? Maybe the paywall is in Crocotopia. I think it is in Crocotopia, but wherever the paywall is, once they hit that, are they going to want to continue? Are they going to have to ask their parents for some type of gift card or whatever for Xbox or whatever they're on to be able to purchase that and keep playing? I mean, I know parents do give their kids like the Fortnite V-Bucks, so are they going to have like membership cards that they can easily ask their parents for? I don't know. We will see if that kind of hinders the game, because Fortnite, is free and you can play as many games as you want, and the skins are what you purchase. So I'm just wondering, like, if that's gonna, since they're paywalling the actual gameplay, is that gonna impact, player retention? I feel like their original plan was to release this a lot earlier, but then they just ran into so many different problems and bugs that they have to fix that they probably didn't expect. And I think a lot of their developers are working on console currently, which, and this is just a theory from me, I feel like a lot of their resources have been pulled away from their main game, Wizard 101, because there's been so many bad updates pushed into this game and a lot of bugs that don't get fixed for a long time. And I feel like that wouldn't have happened back like years, like 5+ years ago, when a lot of developers were solely working on Wizard 101. I feel like the developers of this game are kind of being pulled over to Pirate and Ravenwood Academy, their other game that there's no release date on that either. I don't know when that's coming out, but I wouldn't expect it anytime soon. And also console. So I feel like there's just so many different places where people are, you know, their programmers and their resources are being pulled, that I don't think Wizard 101 is getting as much attention. And I'm wondering if Darkmoor is going to suffer because of that. We will see. If Darkmoor is not up to par with other worlds in terms of, you know, the quality of the update, then I think we should be concerned. And I can totally pinpoint the reasoning for that, and it's just KingsIsle's like resource management. They don't have enough people working on just this game to fix everything and to put out good updates. Which is weird because Wizard 101 is for sure their #1 moneymaker, and maybe they just think that Wizard 101 is doing fine without the need for quality updates. But I feel like long term that is going to affect the game and the player base. I still want to do a mini walkthrough series on console when it comes out, but I'm going to wait until it comes out on Nintendo Switch because I'm not going to get an Xbox just to play the game preview, which, by the way, I don't know if people know this, but PSA on that game preview, whatever crowns you spend, you will get refunded back, and your character that you're leveling will be wiped. The entire server will be wiped, so everyone's progress will be reset. You will have to start over, and if you did spend money, you're going to supposedly, you know, get refunded that for the main game when it comes out, when the official release comes out. That's why I'm like not really wanting to jump into this, get an Xbox and show it, because it is just a preview and progress is going to get reset. So that is a main concern, and it's basically just a beta for testing. So keep that in mind. And also, you won't be able to play with PC players on the console game servers. That is something that's been discussed for a long time. You can't just migrate this PC account to Xbox. It won't work like that. You have to start completely over, which is why a new console playthrough for me could be fun, because I would be starting on a completely fresh account with no pet, no anything, no monstrous TCs this time. So that is something that I want to do because it is a full reset. So on launch day, every account will be in the same exact place. Everyone will have to start over. So that could be fun, but just, you know, be aware of that. You won't be able to ask your PC friend to just come over and help carry you through the game. You actually have to have another friend that is playing on console, but all the consoles can play together on the same server, so that is nice. So we will see how it goes. They did announce during their State of the Games 4-minute quick video. They didn't really talk about that much, but they did say for consoles that it's coming out sooner than soon-ish, which at this point, I just feel like they need to stop using the word soon, because it's getting overused and it doesn't mean anything. Would you guys consider a 1 year out release date to be soon? Because I would not consider that like soon at all. If I saw something was coming out soon, I would expect it within at least the next few months, maybe within the next month or two. That to me is soon. So I don't know. Maybe things just change for them, but yeah, they need to really stop using the word soon on things. I know KingsIsle doesn't give release dates for anything, but this one was just like, man, why even make that trailer in that way if it wasn't coming out? Like, I mean, even if it came out like that spring, like spring 2025, I'd be okay with that. Or I didn't push it and I was like, okay, maybe it's coming out over the summer. Well, summer is basically done, so I don't know when it's coming out. I'm hoping maybe Christmas of this year. Like, at this point, I have no idea. I feel like they haven't even really fully tested on the other consoles, and I think it's still a lot of work. So we will see. Maybe late this year or early 2026 at this point. So let me know what you guys think of all this, what you think of console and where it's at, and if you expected this earlier, because I think that was the biggest thing with this trailer was the expectations. Like, I thought it was coming out way sooner than this. So yeah, that's probably why they, you know, stopped giving updates, because they didn't want to, like, you know, have people's expectations be higher than what they can deliver. And that's definitely what happened here. But that is it for me, guys. So I'm happy to come back and make an update video. There hasn't really been too much for me to update for Wizard 101. The last thing I did a video like this on was the shadow system, and that was a big announcement, but then they kind of went quiet after that. They released like one other thing. They released like one other spell after that for the shadow system, but they haven't even explained it fully. There's no demo of it or anything, so I can't really cover it anymore. I'm just waiting to see what else they come out with. So they're not really teasing too much, but once they do, I will be covering that. If there's any new console news, I'll cover that as well. And yeah, hoping for sometime in the next year, maybe by 2027, we'll finally get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like on it. I will be posting a new walkthrough video tomorrow, so look out for that. Hope you guys enjoy this day, and I'll see you all next time.